We are just giving some thoughts to Spain and wanted to share some of our takes on Spain. We've done some of these videos in the past and we feel like they're valuable to us, and some of you have expressed that they're valuable to you, so here you go. We spent some time in Spain. We came into Barcelona and we ate really wonderful food. Paella is popular here. We got to see some Gaudi exhibits, lots of Gaudi in Barcelona. Fantastic, you definitely have to do that. We did the 4D experience. I actually liked it. It was just a few minutes, but it helped kind of shape the whole vibe of Barcelona for me. So I feel like even though it's a little cheesy with the whole lizard thing, it actually was really helpful for me to kind of see the shape of how Barcelona kind of came about in a creative Gaudi style. You definitely have to see the church. You got to make reservations for most everything. So make sure you check 2 months before you're going to be here or be there for sure. We went to Madrid next. And in Madrid, we went to winery. The wine region's fantastic there. Some of the best wine in all of Spain and Europe is found a couple hours away from Madrid. The food scene in Madrid was fantastic. We did the churro chocolate. We did a Michelin star restaurant there. I loved it. We also did three Michelin star at Abac in Barcelona. I forgot to mention. I liked it. Wasn't my favorite, but I did like it. It was a little pricey. I was hoping for Jordan Kahn, but didn't get that. But this guy was good too. It's not our thing as much, I don't think. But the food scene in Madrid, the market that we went, one of the most popular spots to visit in Madrid. I got to try like 6 or 7 things. Honestly, I could have eaten there every single day, multiple times a day. I loved that place. It was high-end, little boutique food shops, and got to eat so many wonderful, tasty things. And we went to Toledo. I like Toledo. After having visited Toledo, I probably would have gone to Segovia. We had more people tell us to go to Segovia than to Toledo, but we ultimately didn't know at the time. We just looked it up, and the Toledo thing was really quick. 1 hour bus ride, 30-minute train ride, and that worked out perfect. So it was nice. I did enjoy it. It was very calm, very peaceful. Castles, mountaintop. It was a little medieval. The only thing that kind of threw me off was just so much military and so much weaponry. Every gift shop was trying to sell you a gun or a samurai sword. It was like little, come up with something else, make me like a honey candle or something. But food here's been great. We've really tried to get into the Spanish vibes, and that brings about olive oil. So one of the first things we had to book when we went to Sevilla, which was next on our list, bullet train was super fast and quick from Madrid. We did an olive oil tour, which I loved, and you get to go around and learn about the olive trees and the process of pressing and the whole history of olives. So that was really, really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. Sevilla is a gem. New tourists every day are piling in, but it is a really, really special place, and we really, really enjoyed walking around there. It was kind of like a mixture of old world of what you'd see in like Toledo, the castles, the churches, maybe some of the best of Barcelona and Madrid kind of stuck in a little small area with some other Moorish like architecture and fun things. Really, really cool, quaint, like quintessential Spanish village mixed with like a little bit more of like a Beverly Hills in some ways, I think. There was lots of high-end food, high-end shopping. The malls were nice that we went to. It was very small, like the Beverly Hills Triangle in a way. It was interesting, but I enjoyed it. It was nice. It was relaxing. And then we did the train to Granada, and we came here primarily for Alhambra, which was really lovely. I would say worth a trip. And if you've got like less time, maybe not visiting Alhambra. Go to Madrid and go to Barcelona or Sevilla, I would say. Definitely fourth on the list. That's why we're here fourth. But we squeezed it in this week. We went to Mallorca for a couple days of just relaxing in the sun and the beach, and that was a treat. The flights were like $25 or $30 to get over to Mallorca, round trip per person. So how can you say no to that? What a fun trip to Spain. And the flights leaving, a little tricky for us to get to our next destination, which is Bordeaux. Make sure you check out the next video. It's going to be us going to Bordeaux. In the majority of Spain, Uber's available. Barcelona's on their own little thing. So we had quite a difficult process with Barcelona and Uber. We wasted probably 6 hours of our life, trying to get around. We almost missed appointments because of the whole thing there. The taxi unions have literally got a grip hold on that whole industry. So it's a sad story for that. And everywhere else, so I feel like we got into a really comfortable vibe with transportation. The trains were accessible. I used OMNI, I believe is the app, and they do trains and buses. I also did a couple tickets with Rail Ninja. There's just a tiny little fee in there, but you always get your tickets, and there's always someone to help you, and I really appreciate that. We got flights I used Kayak to look up the flights, but then I go buy it on the actual provider's website, so it always gives you those best options, and because you can do plus or minus on the days, and then it gives you options if you've got some versatility there, which is really helpful. We used our phones to basically QR code into the trains and our tickets. That was really efficient and easy. We were able to lug our bags around everywhere we went. The train thing is really cool because you can bring an extra bag and nobody cares. And if your bag weighs 700 pounds, nobody cares either. So that's been nice. And picking up things along the way and carrying it with you, knowing that you don't have to check in. So that's fun. There were a few times where we did have to go through an extra security process on the trains, probably because of their situations. But other than that, it was very efficient, very easy. Actually, really did love the train in Toledo. The train station was really fun in Toledo. That was a blast. We went through Spain without taking any money out of the ATM. Partially because my ATM card was stolen by an ATM at the end, but we actually did Visa contactless almost the whole time. So, including the hotels and everything else. That was really, really easy and efficient. We've primarily stayed in 4-star hotels, and they've helped us a ton. One benefit to that was we hit a button for the taxis, and then the taxis show up. If you're staying somewhere else, good luck. I don't know. How do you whistle one down if you can find it? That's something you'll have to work out. In 4-star hotels, 5-star hotels, they obviously help you with those details. So we say, hey, I need my laundry done. They take care of it. You say, hey, I need a taxi. They take care of it. So that's kind of nice. It really actually is that like little cushion of comfort on your trip. What's that buffer that you need to make this trip happen? Are you going to go try to find a taxi for an hour to get to where you need to go? Stay somewhere where you can have that opportunity, especially in Spain, where taxis actually dominate the whole industry in a big, big way. Now, Madrid, Uber was fantastic. So that was really, really great. Mostly taxis, though, here. If you're in Spain, go to the grocery store, buy a local single origin olive oil, and carry it around with you. I have. It's been fantastic. You pour it on everything. It'll change your life. Has it been safe? Yes, I feel like it's been very safe here. The weather's lovely. It's the most affordable, I think, most affordable part of Western Europe, Spain. So really great destination. I can see why so many people love it.
Spain has been beautiful. We have had the best experiences, even on the days when it rained and when it was sunny. It's like there's so much magic here, and I've really enjoyed it. I would say the food scene for me has been very different from Jeremy's experience, because in Spain there is a huge emphasis on meat, on especially like walking into the grocery store initially and seeing the legs of pigs right there was a little bit shocking for me, but there is a massive emphasis on cheese, meat, and olives, and so olives were my thing here. I loved it. Not as much variety here as maybe some other places. Interestingly, in terms of the vegan scene, I've actually found Barcelona, even more so here in Granada, there's actually a ton of vegan restaurants, and that really surprised me because it is kind of the smallest place that we've gone to. Everywhere else is bigger. You know, Madrid is the biggest, and then I'd say Barcelona, and then Sevilla, and then here, so it's much smaller. There's a lot of like hippie vibes here. There's a lot of people just walking around, looking very much like they live out of their backpack or they're traveling, and it's very interesting, eclectic kind of mix with different cultures and different kind of socioeconomic status and different methods of travel and all that. Versus I would say Sevilla was a little bit more kind of centered towards the high-end people. Barcelona felt to me very artistic. That was the main vibe that I got. Very bright and artistic, different, kind of quirky, but Madrid felt like a lot of other like big cities really. A huge mix of people and situations, but it was holistically centered around their history, and I really feel like Madrid had a strong sense of history where we'd walk down the streets in the old city center area and it was just like, these buildings have been here for so long. Would I recommend spending a lot of time in Spain? Absolutely. And I would say that if we come back, we're gonna go on the East Coast a little bit more. That's known for their amazing beaches, places like Valencia, which we didn't get a chance to visit. Love to go there. If you're in Barcelona, a fun fact, which I did years ago, I took a tour, you can actually go to 3 countries in one day. There's a little country called Andorra, and so you can actually go up and visit one of the smallest countries in Europe, which is really fun. So I recommend that as an option if you're trying to get more than one country on your vacation. The cheaper ways to travel are usually by bus or coach, and as Jeremy mentioned, a lot of times they take only cash. And so if you want to travel without taking out cash, you really have to be willing to rely on taxis, which are sometimes, you know, depending on the distance, could be a lot more money. So you can definitely save money there depending on how you're looking to travel. We took the speed trains and we sat usually in first class because we're working and we're doing a lot, and so we're trying to create a situation for our travel where we have that emotional margin where we don't feel exhausted and we don't feel like we've been traveling all day just to jump into a long day of work. For me personally, the work that I do revolves around phone calls, and so I have phone calls with people that I consult and coach back in the United States. That has been a big adjustment for me because I'm used to planning my days. I'm a real go-getter. I have a lot of energy in the morning. I like to work in the morning and relax in the afternoon, but here that doesn't work with the hours, so it's been a real different experience for me to try to kind of, you know, it's been a real challenging experience at times for me because I want to go out in the evening, explore the places at night, but I have most of my calls starting at like, you know, 3 to 5 p.m. So for those of you like me who are digital nomads, that's something to consider if you're calling back to the United States. I have had to take some calls, video calls at 2:30 or 3:30 in the morning, and I wake up for an hour, I do my call, and I go back to bed. So it's been a bit of an adjustment, but I'm trying to morph and adapt in that respect. And overall, I don't mind getting out and enjoying Spain in the mornings. It's beautiful. We so appreciate you guys coming with us. We love to travel with you, and that's the reason really we make these videos, is because we could make them and keep them for ourselves. We could just enjoy a trip around the world. And so we really value you being here and you contributing in the comments and you participating and feeling like you're a part of the journey with us. We don't like doing it alone, so thank you so much. You are a very integral part of this channel. If you haven't yet seen all of our Spain playlists, make sure you go back, watch it all. There are some really beautiful gems, even some things we didn't get a chance to mention in this video that you can explore, places to visit like Mount Serrat. That was an amazing morning. So magical. If you haven't as well, go back and start in Peru with us. We started this journey in Peru some time ago, and we've been to so many countries already. So make sure, if this is your first time connecting with our content, that you go back and watch those videos as well if you love travel as much as we do.